Hi everyone, so I'm going to be looking into this keyboard listener here. So let's take a look on how we can add this. I'll do this in real time so then we can see how we can do this together. I opened up Visual Studio Code. I'm going to open up a new terminal and I'll just zoom in here. And then I'll do Flutter create keyboard listener. And let's take a look here. If I make sure I go to my desktop, that'll be good. And I'm going to save it on my desktop. And I'll just show you here. I got my folder here on my desktop, so I'm just going to drag and drop it into this Visual Studio Code. I'll say yes, trust. And let's actually take a look now. I'm going to click on the documentation here just to have it on the left side. But I'm also going to open up a simulator. There we go. So now that I got my simulator open, I'm just going to try running it. So in main, let's just run it. So we got our iPhone 16 Pro Max, it's connected to that, and we're just going to wait for that to build. And while it's waiting, let's look at this keyboard listener. It's useful for listening to key events and hardware button to represented as keys typically used by games and other apps. Okay. Consider using editable text which integrates with on-screen keyboards and input methods. Okay. So we got FocusNode, autofocus, include semantics, onKeyEvent, widget child. Controls whether or not the widget has keyboard focus for FocusNode. Okay. And some other methods here. Alright, so we got our demo app ready, and what I want to do, I want to test out some of these properties. So it says to use editable text. Let's see, what is this? Editable text. Okay, I think this is a little bit too much reading. What I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to add this keyboard listener here to DeepSeek, and I'm going to let it tell me what I should do. So I add a keyboard listener. Okay. So here in the main, I'm just going to get rid of some of this green text so we have more space. Alright, so now that I have all this, okay, so now that I got rid of that, all those comments, now I have more space. And let's see here. Build. Okay, so we're going to create a focus node. Focus node underscore focus node. Okay, so now we got our focus node set up here. should be, it says private field, let's see, could be final, okay. Okay, let me just ask it here what's going on. Okay, so I think I need to move this down here. Yeah, so I'm going to move it into the home page. Okay, and now I can use it because now it's not being used. And let's take a look down here. So dispose, okay, we're gonna make, they want to make a separate method here. So I'll make it down below. Void handle key event. Key event. If event is key down event, then if event.logical key is equal to logical keyboard key dot okay. I have a lot of different methods here. So let's say if it is arrow, let's just say arrow up for right now. I think that's good enough. Increment counter. There we go. So we're calling that increment counter whenever we hit the keyboard arrow up, and else, oh I see, else if event.logical key is equal to logical keyboard key dot down arrow down, then we will call decrement, or we'll just do counter minus minus, so then it decreases that counter. Okay, that makes sense. And let's go to the build here, and keyboard, we need to add a keyboard listener. So we got our app bar, we got center, and then around this column we need to add that keyboard listener. So refractor, apply with the widget, and we'll call it keyboard listener. Okay, and then we're going to add a focus node, which will be FocusNode. Auto focus true. onKeyEvent, we're going to call that method handle key event, and then I think that should be it. So let's just refresh it. So we can click the button. Let's try my arrow key on my keyboard. Nice. So I'm not clicking anything on the app. I'm actually using my keyboard. I'm using up arrow. Let's try the down arrow now. Okay, down arrow doesn't seem to be working. So let's see what's going on here. Oh, it did work. Let me just try refreshing. Down, down, down. Up. Okay, so for some reason it's just not updating. So let's take a look here. FocusNode. So we're counter. Let me see what's in the increment counter. Okay, so it's just not setting the state. So I'm going to have to set the state in here to be minus minus. Let's try now. I'm going to refresh here. Up, 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 down, 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 down. Nice. Okay, it works now. So that's how we can use the FocusNode. That's actually pretty awesome. So now we can use keyboard in order to interact with whatever interaction you want on your mobile device.